Hello folks, it's me, Kerbin here, and welcome back to this series, the Legend of Kethane. Today we will be launching this beauty of a rocket here. We're going to be launching the Disco K, short for Discovery, but I just thought Disco sounded a bit cooler, so we've got Disco instead. Who needs Discovery when you've got a Disco, eh? Anyway, what I've got here is I've got a mainsail engine with a normal engine, a normal thing, and I've got another you know what all this stuff is. Up here, instead of having a decoupler, I've got a docking port, because what I plan to do is I plan to send my Kerbals up here to retrieve the information that this will be gathering. So I've got a docking port, so we can go up there and dock with it a bit later on. So, what we're going to do now is launch this thing, so let's get going and launch it. Save it first, it's always good to save it. And we're just gonna say clear the launch pad and do that. We've got KTV debris. Oh, KTV Industries, I'm telling you, those guys are really messy. You know, especially seeing as, you know, they're run by me. And I'm generally really messy. Right, okay, so we've not got any SAS or anything at all. We're just running purely on what you see. You get what you see. Anyway, let's go! We can turn the kind of the rubbishy SAS on, but that's fine. SAS just adds weight, and I don't want to say I'm a good pilot, because then something terrible will happen and I'll be like, oh, okay. But yeah, I can fly a ship without SAS, as long as it's not too big. We can throttle back a wee bit. Just keeping an eye on my altitude. Oh, the joys of having a night flight. A night flight, yes. So yeah, my plans for this series is to first of all get this satellite up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have a wee look around Kerbin, but we don't want to keep on Kerbin for too long, because that completely defeats the purpose of a space enterprise, of a galactic quest. So what we're going to do is we are going to, hold on a second while I just make this turn. Come on, down you go, there you go. So yeah, it's not good to be kept on Kerbin. That's not the point of a big enterprise like this. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the moon. That's going to be first stop. And what we can do is we can set up an orbital base around the moon, and we can use that to refuel carriers and all sorts of stuff. Once we get some stuff from the moon, some Kethane, we're going to yeah. So, set up base around the moon, that's first step. Once we do that, we can figure it out from there. I'm not a guy that that does much else rather than one thing at a time. Let's have a look at our map here. 59, looking good. Just keep an eye on our thing here. 75, it's still looking 86. That looks fine, and bam, we're out of fuel. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Right. Okay. So, let's stick this here. I'm going to put down a maneuver node. I don't usually like maneuver nodes. They're a bit too, I don't know. What's the magic? I don't know. They make you seem as if you're some kind of child that needs maneuver nodes. But we don't, do we? We're smart people. We know how to fly a ship. That's actually really close. We're smart people, so we can fly this thing without nodes. Excuse the noise coming from outside. Yes, talking about alcoholic fishes. Fishes, yes, not fish. Fish is a silly way of saying it. Here, oh no, stay. Wow, that was bad timing. Bad timing. Okay, let's just start this burn here. Oh, bollocks. Turn on the engines. Engines! There we go. Turn on the entrance, Captain. I'm giving her all she's got. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. Yeah, that was my Scotty impression. Kind of helps seeing as I'm Scottish, you know. Okay, well 75 isn't a bad height, but if we're not careful, that could easily fall. And I don't want to graze below 70, because below 70 the atmosphere starts and bad things happen. Mainly crashing into the ground at high speeds. So, yeah, wouldn't want to chance that. So we're just going to do that. Hop on this maneuver node and time accelerate. Time accelerate! Oh, I love time acceleration. It's brilliant. Saviour. You can see we're not perfectly aligned, but that is fine, that's fine. We can sort that out in just a second, and then we will be done. Then we will have our lovely little satellite in orbit around Kerbin, and we... Oh, that's... We're a bit off there. Just a bit. Just a wee bit. Right, okay. We can even just bring this... Oh! There we go. Okay. I want to delete this node now. I want to go to this node just so I know what I'm doing. And that's the wrong way. Good to know. What am I doing? Okay. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted in the first place. There we go, to the node! Let's go! Yes, that's the stuff. So we're gonna get around there, I'm gonna burn that way. In fact, we could probably set the node up here instead. Let's just do that. Save us time. Well, we don't need to set the node up, we just need to burn earlier. Here, stop! Thank you. Okay. And just wait for that to intersect. And then we can burn. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah, and that, you can see that's going down anyway. Even though... Oh, turn the engines off. That's fine. And we can just... Well, we can get round to that node first. And then we can delete it. I don't know how... I can't figure out how on earth you delete nodes without... getting past them. I don't know. How do you do it? No, I want to... Oh, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Right, let's get past this node. Bam. Delete it. And there we go, we're in a polar orbit. Which means, by the way, let me just explain why I'm going for a polar orbit and not a equatorial orbit. I'm going for a polar orbit because as Kerbin rotates, I don't want to just be stuck along the equator. What I want to do is go along the poles so that as it rotates, I'm going like this, so that I get a look at every part of Kerbin over a long period of time, rather than going around the middle and just having a look at the middle. So, what shall we do? She'll turn. Well, what we'll do is we'll undock first, decouple node, and we shall extend panels. I really need to get into the habit of putting out whatsamajiggies. So we can say activate detector, show the map. And why is that? Oh, I know why. Yeah, I was playing around with this mod on another save, but what it seems to have done is it seems to have mapped that. Let me just have a look, make sure. Yeah, yeah, we're on the right save. We're on the right save. It's just the Kethane mod is just transferred the data. But anyway, let's just pretend we've been going around for ages. That's what's happened here. We've actually secretly been going very, very, very fast, and we've mapped all of this already. But when we get to the moon, yeah, it's gonna be a different story. We will have mapped. I think on another save, I think I've mapped almost the whole of the moon, which is not good. But that's fine. That's fine. It's all good. Let's just switch to this bad boy over here, and the electricity is going down, so we're gonna have to fire up these engine singular, to get the electricity flowing again. I've got a drone underneath the docking port here. You can't see it because it's underneath the docking port, but that's what's controlling this. Let's get this back down to kerbin then. Yeah, I know you can just see that's being very nice. What should we do? I don't think any KSP video is complete without a good old-fashioned kind of falling headfirst into the ground. Or maybe not headfirst. In fact, I'm not going to have enough fuel to go headfirst. So, let's have a look at what we've done here. Ah, I see, said the blind man. I know, said the deaf man. So, yes. Let's point ourselves prograde so that we can fly into kerbin at high speeds. Okay, here we go. And then, when we get down to the kind of the surface, no, you don't. You're freaking. Okay, okay, okay. No, you don't. No, you don't. There we go. Mach effect. Mach effect. Don't you just love it? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it while it lasts. Oh, for goodness sake! No. And blast towards the earth. I mean kerbin. Kerbin. Blast towards kerbin. What is that? It's a random smoke particle. Air was just self-combusting. That's what had happened. Well, we are falling towards kerbin at a very nice, acceptable altitude and velocity and all that jazz. So we're just going to speed up. 2, 1. Here we go. 2, 1, and splashdown. Yay! And that's us. That's us done. So we can go to the space center. I should have really just gone to the tracking station right away. And we can see our lovely Disco K, dash K for kerbin. And we're going to map out kerbin, and we're going to have a great time doing it. And then we're going to go up and collect some data. So yeah, next episode we shall be sending one of these to the moon, and yeah, that might be fun. And I'll show you guys how to get to the moon as well. That's me now. I'm not gonna keep talking. So, again with my really crappy outdoors, I'm just gonna say goodbye. Until next time. So goodbye.